Hello everybody, my name is Alfonso Garcia and this is my final project for the Tamagotchi project, which I have titled Tamagotchi but better. Okay, so I'll be going off of the rubric completely for this presentation, I guess. So looking at the first point, which is class hierarchy and inheritance. Okay, so for this project I used three species, which is the dog, the cat, and the fish species. And all of these inherit from the mother pet class. So what these inherit is their name, their species, their hunger, sleep, bored, happiness stats, as well as an overfed level, which will determine if the animal is alive. So they of course are alive when generated and created by the user, and they can be killed through overfeeding. So how that works is that whenever the user starts the game, which I will do now, they're going to be prompted with a little UI menu, which I use. It has the ASCII art, the title of the thing, of the game. You press 1 to start a new game. You're going to enter the species. Whenever you do enter that species name, say you enter dog, I use the pointers and polymorphism to create a new pet uh, class, a new pet, I guess, object or instance. I don't know. It all depends on whatever the user inputs. So if they put a dog, they will get a dog. If they input a cat, they will get a new cat. Same with a fish, right? Okay. So yeah, whenever you do that, let's call him Rex. This leads to my next point, which is a file input output. It creates a new class. I'm sorry, a new file with all of these stats. So say, okay. Speaking of stats, I used standard library and CTime to generate these stats. So let's start off right here. Whenever this is created, it prints out the thing. It asks for the name, and we create the stats as well as its name, right? Okay. Looking at these stats, we got something like that. Say I want to quit. All right. I want to save that. Save and quit. Press 8. Enter that. Okay. Whenever you do press 8, going at to the end of this loop, it creates a save file with the name, the species, which I'll get into. I'll show in a little bit here, and it'll use the get hunger functions in the pet class over here, the getters, to basically print this out into this little neat format here in the output file. So with this output file, this is a whole save file, right? It'll first start off with the species that the user generated, the name, which is Rex in this example, and it's saved stats. So as you can see here, these stats were 1,583.90, 1,583.90, the same thing. Okay. Now, so the user wants to go back into their saved file. They will press 2, load that file, and the program will ask for its name. This is case sensitive, of course, so you're going to have to type in Rex. If the file exists, which it does here, if it doesn't, a simple file not found will, oh yeah, also this is pretty cool. It'll just be the file name, right? .txt, which the file name is the pet's name right here. This is all that saving game begins. If it's found, you'll be left off right where you started, or sorry, right where you ended off. So the same stats, of course, 1,583.90, which is the same thing. It'll be bored, and the game loop will continue. It won't press 1 to feed. He's not very hungry now. The higher the hunger, the more hungry he is, right? He is pretty bored, so I'll play with him. 3. And what 3 does is it made him not bored. But now he's really happy. That's cool. All right. Okay, in terms of functionality and interaction, I used a lot of ASCII art throughout this whole thing. Made it kind of, I'm hungry, I'm sleepy, I don't know, kind of cringe, but it's kind of funny. This should be I'm happy. I'll change that later. Okay. Yeah. It'll be happy the fish thing, right? And that can be seen through all the little use cases. So, say we want to start a new game. Oh, I also put settings. If you press settings, there are no settings. It's a pretty simple game. There shouldn't really be settings. You go back to the menu. Okay. Press 4 to quit game. Whenever I created this menu, I looked at the Minecraft's menu and I just kind of copied whatever they went with. Are you sure you want to quit? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, press 1. It quits. Shocker, press 2, and it'll send you back to the thing. Press 4, press 2 for no. You'll go back to the thing. You can load a file, which I already shown. You can start a new one. Let's do a fish. We'll call him Bubbles. And Bubbles is happy, hungry, same thing. Say you want to save and quit. Oh, let me show you them dying. So let's overfeed fish. Overfeed the fish. Of course, overfeeding a fish is rather easy. I think it's a pretty common way for him to die. So I'm gonna just keep on spamming the 1, 1, 1, and he died from overfeeding. This is a little rest in peace thing. Shows your name, their year. I just obviously just put 2026. The name has died. Rest in peace, Bubbles. And it ends the program. I think that should really be it. Of course, I'm gonna just go. Let me do a cat. I'll generate a cat. Let's see. To start a new game, we'll do a cat. Let's call him Whiskers with a capital H. Sure. Okay. He's happy. Cool. Let's cuddle him. This is. Oh yeah. Let's make him speak. Like. Okay. Yeah. It depends on their class. So a dog will bark. I hate this little thing. Okay. Dog. Is this dog? Yes. He'll go. Where's it at? Make sound roof. Cringe. Okay. And then a cat will meow. We saw that. And then a fish, which is here. Imagine these are bubbles. And okay, so yeah, it's all different, right? It's a virtual override. The polymorphism thing, it'll override whatever depending on the class. I mean, on the pet species. Let's make him roll over. The cat rolls over. You can tell I started off like just doing with the dog, and then I was like, I kind of got too lazy to change the thing to roll over. I don't know, play. Anywho, yeah, that's basically it, I think. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, thank you. Goodbye. So real quick, I just wanted to come back and show how different these pet interactions. So say the menu here in the main menu. These are all different between the species. So feeding a dog, for example, will lower their hunger by 25, whereas feeding let's say a fish, it only lowers it by 10. So these are all little different effects that vary using the polymorphism, the override features, which I virtual, where are they? Feed. These are all virtual and within the pet class, but are all, of course, overridden in the species classes override. And so basically, they will have different stats, different interactions based on their species. So like I showed there, feeding a fish will lower hunger maybe a little bit less or more in contrast to a dog or a cat. Same with sleeping. And these are all different between their sleep, bored, and happiness levels. That doesn't just pertain to hunger. And then something that I'd also want to show is this. So yeah, if they get too hungry, they starve, and their alive status is set to false. And if they are overfed, they are overfed, and they also are set to false. And something in the loop, I check. Where is it at? I check if they're dead within every interaction. So if at any point their alive status is let's see, get alive. There we go. After each interaction, if they are dead at any point, we call the dead. We call dead, which is here, and we end the program. So yeah, that's something that I thought I'd show y'all too. It all depends on their species. Anything. They're playing, they're sleeping, they're cuddling, their sound, their walk. And the next hour is also different between each animal. So I think that should really be it for real this time. But yeah, thank you.